All right, guys, let's talk about it. Skyrocketing players that I called and that you guys should have on your rosters already. While the mainstream consensus are going to be scrambling on the waiver wire to grab this guy, you've already got him. All right, so things are starting to really unfold. The guy I'm talking about is Kenneth Walker. We're going to talk about him and my projection and what to expect out of him. So we're going to talk about three skyrocketing players right now that we already talked about. We already told you to draft them in the 16-round draft, so you should already have these guys on your roster. Let's dive into it, guys. Before I do, guys, head on over to manscaped.com. The code you want to use is SHOWERLINE20. Grab yourself the shampoo, grab yourself the body wash. I'm telling you guys, amazing product. SHOWERLINE20. Go treat yourself right now. Manscaped.com. Try the product. All right, guys, they're the sponsor of the show. I've linked them below as well. So let's talk about these skyrocketing players here. Let's have a little in-depth conversation in regards to what's happened so far. Now, a lot of people had Breece Hall, coming off in and around the fourth round, right? They told you to draft in and around the fourth round. I get it. But on the Kashita's rankings, he was ranked 20th. Guys like DeAndre Swift were ranked ahead of him, right? Guys that, James Conner was ranked ahead of him. There's a lot of guys that are ranked ahead of him, and we saw it, guys. Council Nation, we saw it. I told you, Breece Hall is going to explode this season. The Jets moved up to pick him up. He's explosive. He's named Breece the Beast, right? Make sure you guys stash him as part of a robust RB strategy. And sure enough, he is going off. Breece the Beast is skyrocketing, and all the mainstream sheeps are now jumping on that train, okay? You guys already have him. He's, there's nothing to talk about here other than I told you so. Second guy here that's skyrocketing here is Damian Pierce, another guy that was ranked 40th, 50th on the Kashita's rankings. Nobody was talking about him. Did a video on him in April. Now he's absolutely crushing it. The guy is carrying defenders with him. He's running with authority and anger, getting the goal line work. I mean, this is the guy that was, everyone told you Marlon Mack ahead of Damian Pierce. I said, no. Damian Pierce, back in April, there's a video on my Instagram. Go check it out at Fantasy Football Counselor. Check it out, guys. Go watch the video. And I told you, this is the guy. He's going to be crushing it, right? Sure enough, Damian Pierce. Now they're riding him hard, okay? And by the way, I'm watching the game, so some background noise here. Let me put this thing on mute here. So I got like 50 things on the go here. Got like 3 TVs. I'm hanging out. So yeah, Breece Hall, Damian Pierce. Now the third guy here, okay? Everybody told you grab Rashad Penny. This is a guy who had like 5 rushing touchdowns in like 4 seasons. It was something stupid like that statistically. 3 seasons anyway. Rashad Penny sucked. Now everyone's going to be talking about Kenneth Walker. I just saw a video now. They're saying, remember he was a second-round pick. He's going to be a waiver wire wonder this week. Guys, he should already be on your rosters. This is a guy who's way more talented than Rashad Penny, and he finally gets the opportunity to go because now Rashad Penny, as I called and predicted, would get hurt. And you guys think I'm celebrating injuries. It's not that I'm celebrating injuries, that I foresee this stuff. I tell you things before they happen because I always project to what's going to happen, not to where things are now, which is what the Consheeps do. They tell you, basically predicate on last year what the current situation is or how the temperature is at that moment, right? They always ride the train. You got to project to skate to where the puck is going to be, right? Like where it's not where it is now, but where it's going to be. Skate to there, right? You got to project and anticipate. And these 3 guys, man, they're skyrocketing, and everybody now is all of a sudden riding them. How did you not see this before? How did you not see that Breece Hall was going to crush it? Top talent coming out. How did you not see Damian Pierce could easily surpass Marlon Mack and be the RB1 there? Did you not watch tape on him? How did you not see that? How did you not see that Kenneth Walker was going to be the starter here as soon as I saw it before Chris Carson got hurt, but now definitely after Chris Carson got hurt and he was out, Walker was going to be the guy because Penny, years to hours were not wild. The saying, I say that, I know it sounds, funny or you're like, wow, he's saying years to wild, I'm not well. It's a saying, it's cool, it's funny, it's annoying, whatever. There's a reason why I say that because it's true. If a player has not wowed you for years, it's very highly unlikely that they're going to come out and just completely destroy it. Now, I understand Penny had a decent year last year, and I get it. Like, he did, at the end of the year, Penny did good, but it's not sustainable. He's not sustainable, right? So, bottom line is skyrocketing now all of a sudden, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, right? Damian Pierce, they love these guys. They're riding them. Not to mention Saquan Barkley, man. Saquon Barkley was 17th on the Consheeps rankings back in April, May. I was the only one that said he's going to be finished top 3, top 4. I even did a video where I said, hey, call me crazy. He could finish as the number 1 running back in fantasy. Could that happen now? a little more obtainable than it was 4 months ago, right? So how about that DeAndre Swift? He's been banged up. Rashad Penny, Travis Etienne had a decent week in week 5, but nothing crazy. Travis Etienne was another guy they had ahead of Breece Hall, Damian Pierce. But now Kenneth Walker's going to shine. Breece Hall's going to shine. All these guys that I told you are going to shine. And they've been consistent throughout, right? They've been, Damian Pierce has been anyway. Breece Hall has been elevating every week as we move forward. Bottom line of the story is, guys, don't listen to the Concheapsis. Now they're all going to say, oh, grab Kenneth Walker. We told you, second-round pick. Oh, we told you about Damian Pierce. And in hindsight, it's 2020, so everybody acts like this never happened. They act like, oh, we knew all along, Joe. Oh, that's so obvious, Joe. That's so obvious. Kenneth Walker was a second-round pick. It's so obvious. Joe never called it, but I did. And it's this vicious circle every year. I see things before they happen. I call them. They start happening. And they either ridicule me and they say, oh, well, Joe's laughing about injury. I'm not laughing about injury. I'm just telling you that history shows us that this guy gets hurt a lot. It's going to happen again. I called it. Even James Conner got hurt. And it's called that as well. Simply because he's been hurt in the past. He has a history of getting hurt. And he had a pinnacle year last year. Yet Conner was another guy ranked ahead of the 3 guys that are skyrocketing. So bottom line, guys, is make sure you guys are subscribed. This is why we win. If you're 16-round owner, it's my draft solution. If you're an owner of that, if you're in my community, if you're in my Patreon group, you understand that we're light years ahead of the sheep. All right, guys? Anyway, make sure you guys are subscribed. Drop a like below. Drop a comment. Drop some questions. Let's talk a little bit of waiver wise. Talk about some starts and sits going into NFL Week 6. Again, I'm watching the games right now. Everything is unfolding as I predicted. Now, there are some guys I was wrong, but I'll do a separate video on that. But a lot going good right now. Barkley, Henry, Breece, Damian, Kenneth Walker going to be shining. Had that breakout at the end of the game here. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the picks. I'm excited for your picks. If you got 16 rounds, you're crushing it. And again, the mainstream sheep in fantasy football, they lie, okay? Don't listen. Use your mind. Follow this channel. You'll be light years ahead of the competition. Let's go Kenneth Walker. Let's go Damian Pierce. Let's go Breece Hall. Let's go everybody that we picked in fantasy football 2022. Appreciate it, guys. We'll talk soon. And Kenneth Walker, you should have him on your bench. I don't have to tell you to pick him up as a waiver wire pick. All right, guys, I appreciate you subscribing. Head on over again, manscaped.com, showerline20. Save yourself 20% on some amazing products. I'm out.